Hey, everybody, this is Dr. William Clark. Glad to be with you guys for another episode. We're here to talk about all things fundraising related to grant writing, related to nonprofits, rather. And wanted to talk really quickly about three tools you'll need to prep for a successful grant writing season. For some of you, it's kicking off in earnest. For many of you, it kicked off at the top of your fiscal year, July 1st. For some of you, it's coming up if your fiscal year begins October 1st, etc. Or maybe you're thinking 6 months ahead to the beginning of your fiscal year, January 1st. Whenever your fiscal year starts, you want to have three key tools that I think will help you along the way. Before we get started into this, if you have any questions about what we're talking about and about how to get your nonprofit moving forward in raising good money to support your vision and your purpose, want to encourage you to visit me at drwilliampclark.com. Again, that's drwilliampclark.com. There you can find all types of cool resources we set aside just for you. You can also schedule a free consultation with someone from our team. We'll be glad to speak with you. Also, you can download the Nonprofit Fundraising Toolkit. That toolkit is one of the best products we put out so far this year. And I'm happy that we made it available to you where you can download all types of resources to help you raise money and to speed up your fundraising resources. Again, drwilliampclark.com. So there are three things I want you to consider when putting together a successful grant writing season. And when we talk about grant writing season, we're talking about the next 12 months. And so you're going to be going through this process and this journey to develop proposals, submit proposals, and to get opportunities out there to talk about your organization. And grants is a really good way of doing that. And a lot of folks some people poo-poo it because of the perceived difficulty of it. Obviously, our team here, we don't view it that way because we do it for a living and we do it for a number of our customers. But our goal is to get you to see grant writing from a different perspective. In fact, did you know that proposal writing, whether it's the RFP process or whether it's grants or whether it's a submission via email or a one pager, it takes up or makes up roughly 80% of the revenue generated by nonprofit organizations, because a lot of the revenue that's tied to proposals or grants brings in revenue to organizations. And if you didn't know that, this, I think, speaks to the importance of learning how to do it effectively and how to position your organization to be prepared for a successful grant writing for the next 12 months. So there are three things I want to personally share with you to help you navigate through a successful grant writing season. Number one, you have to put together your master grant application. Now, what is the master grant application? A master grant application is a tool that you develop internally for your organization that describes and defines every program of your organization. In many cases, I've used this to describe the Bible of your organization from soup to nuts, from beginning to end, from top to bottom, the details of your organization and the details of the programs that you run. You need this to be fully functional and alive in your organization. Now, you really don't need this just for the next 12 months. Quite frankly, you need this to be a living document in your organization, period. We tend to tell our clients that when we develop master grant applications, they should have a shelf life of 36 months. This aligns with the development of your strategic plan, which typically has a 36-month lifespan as well. That's 3 years. So if you have a strategic plan that lasts 3 years, if you have a fundraising plan that lasts 3 years, it stands to say to you, it's important to say to you rather, that you should have a master grant application that lasts 3 years. This allows you to have a document that is substantially completed. And as you make tweaks to it along the way, you're not making wholesale changes to the document. Rather, you're making tweaks to the document based upon things you're learning, based upon things that are evolving in the organization, based upon things that you are gaining from your customer and your customers and the experiences you're having. So you want to put together a master grant application. If you want a master grant application, go ahead over to drwilliampclark.com and click on the toolkit that's at the top of our website. Go ahead and download your access key to the toolkit. And within the toolkit, you'll find a copy or a template of a master grant application that you can put together yourself for your organization, and it will get you from here to there over the next 36 months. Secondly, you want to put together, if you want to have a successful grant writing season, the second tool you want to have is a grant calendar. Now, this is something that will take some legwork because It is a perspective of grant opportunities that are alive and available to your organization. So while you're putting together these opportunities, you're searching for funders, you're searching for opportunities that are fit for your organization, that's a fit for the work that you do, that's a fit for the partners you're going to work with, that's a fit for the customers that you serve. And you want to put together this particular calendar. We tend to do this for our customers, and we try to find roughly 50 to 100 opportunities for our customers. This can be a mix of opportunities that are already on the table for the customer, where they're looking to reconnect or re-up some of their grant applications, or it can be an addition of new opportunities that the customer has never considered or the customer could not pursue in the past due to a variety of reasons. Whatever the reason is, you want to put together that grant application, the grant calendar rather, over the next 12 months. And you want to look at the schedule of what is expected to pop up on the calendar. Now, much of the information you're going to find might not be confirmed, because most funders don't release dates ahead of time for their applications. There are some funders that says we'll release applications every October 1st, no matter what day of the week it is. We may switch to a Monday, but it's typically going to be October 1st. You don't see that often with a lot of funders. So knowing that that might not happen, you have to look at the track record and the history of release of the funders to see when about do they typically release their grant applications. So they may not release it on October 1st, but they on average release it around October 5th or October 10th. If that's the case, then it's probably a good idea to log it as an October 1st date, or a date probably 10 to 15 days before that, probably September 15th. So you can look out for the release date of the application and get a jump on the due date of that application. The goal of this calendar is so you can plan out as much as possible for the next 12 months. You need to have this plan in place, because there will be opportunities that will come your way that won't show up in your searches. It won't show up in the calendar. It'll be opportunities that are forwarded to you from funders that you just didn't expect. It'll be opportunities forwarded to you from your board, opportunities forwarded to you from your colleagues in the industry, or your staff, or competitors, or you'll hear about something in passing and you'll say, you know what, I didn't even know that opportunity was out there, or I didn't think we qualified, but having heard this conversation, having spoken to this person, I think we have a good shot to land this opportunity. So as those opportunities come on board, you want to be able to create space to respond to those opportunities. Well, how do you do that? Well, you do that by having a lot of the prescribed work, the calendar work already done. You already have a plan for what you're going to do. Number one, you got your master grant application. All right, great. Number two, we have a schedule of opportunities that we know going to pop up, so that when new ones pop up that are not on the calendar, we can respond. Now, here's a little tip for how to be responsive to these opportunities that are on a calendar. If you know when something's going to come up, come on, we're live streaming, it doesn't matter. You need me to sign? All right, great. If you know that those opportunities are going to pop up on the calendar, one of the things you can do is go ahead and pre-write those applications so that you can have them completed. If the grant questions change, if some of the details shift, at least you'll have 80 to 90% of those details completed, and then you can go ahead and complete the rest. So if you're able to get those applications done ahead of schedule, it actually works in your favor, and it can be a win for you and your organization. So I want to go ahead and give you this last piece, because all of it ties together. Now, if you go ahead and have your master grant application completed, if you put together your grant calendar, this is going to be a huge opportunity for you to get ahead of schedule, because this last thing will help you advance your work tremendously. This last thing will be the use of technology. Now, there are different things that can pop up under this category. One of the things that can pop up under the category of technology is you getting your copy of our toolkit, which you can download and access at drwilliampclark.com. Why do I keep talking about the toolkit? Well, We put together an app specifically for you so that you can have all the things you need organized to complete a successful grant writing season. In our app, we have the master grant application, your fundraising plan, a master budget, a prepared schedule of when and how to write grants, how fast you should be able to write them, regardless of how many pop up on your calendar. And we have several other goodies on that app. In addition to the toolkit, we have access to do-it-yourself and self-directed training. So it's all asynchronized. So technology like that can help you move the needle forward is going to help you significantly during this grant season. In addition, there are other technology tips tools that you need to get your hands on, such as ChatGPT and other AI tools that can help you process information faster, assess information faster, organize information faster, edit information faster. If you don't have Grammarly on your side, you might want to get that. If you don't have Otter.ai on your side, you might want to get that. If you don't have a project management platform on your side, you might want to grab that too. There is a bunch of technology tools that you can use to your advantage to help you write grants and manage grants effectively. And if you can't get them, then one of the things you can do is talk to someone like us, Eli Patrick and Co. We'll be happy to talk about your goals and some of the tools you need to put in place. And if you think the next step is warranted, we'll be happy to talk about how we can support you on your journey to reach your fundraising goals and to serve your customers, right? This is what it's all about. You raise money to serve your customers, you raise money to serve your community. And in some cases, in many cases, you need a consultant to help you get to that point. If you are there, number one, go to drwilliampclark.com, schedule your free consultation, and then secondly, download the toolkit. Because for some of you that are watching and listening to this broadcast, you may be able to do a lot of it yourself if you just had a couple of tools here, there, and everywhere. And if you could just turn that on and turn this on, it can make a significant difference in your fundraising. But for others, for other organizations who are in the advanced stages and you need to advance and accelerate your work, you need to move down the road a lot faster, and you need a lot more sophistication, or you need an extra hand, extra resources who can help fill in the gaps without much training, without much time spent coming up to speed. We're here to help. We're here to support you. So go to drwilliampclark.com, download your resources. Again, the 3 things you might need to have a successful grant writing season. Number 1, a master grant application. Number 2, a grant calendar. Number 3, technology. This is Dr. William P. Clark. We'll see you guys next time.